Welcome back. Thanks, Pablo. I hope you feel as energized as I am, because we are about to dive into a session that is not just relevant, it is crucial. Crucial because staying ahead in our rapidly evolving market is important more than ever. I'm Yannick, Customer Success Value Lead, and I'm happy to share that we have got an exciting session for you. The ability to adopt is no longer a luxury. It's a necessity, as we heard tomorrow and today, this morning we heard it by Boris. So whether technology evolves faster than we can keep up, or market shifts catch us off guard, being prepared for the unexpected is key to long-term success. If you have been to Spryker or any other customer event before, you might recognize our next speaker and their fabulous team. So Fabian and his teams are well-known faces at our herd, having graced our conference already 3 times, and also Fabian was part in Alex's podcast. Not only does Fabian know how to market anything to flooring for the future, but he's also here to share his insights to help you future-proof your business. Fabian knows very, very well, especially in a rather conservative industry, change and investments must be managed consistently and sustainable. In a world where others seem to pivot at the speed of light, Fabian will show us I'm hoping I'm setting the bar not too high. How to transform corporate inertia into pragmatic actions that gets results. So again, let's give a big, energetic, warm welcome to Fabian, because he's going to show us how to embrace agility and steer through uncertainty like pros.
Thank you. All right, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Fabian Kölliker. I'm Swiss, so please excuse my accent sometimes, but I do my best that all of you can hear me loud and clearly. Before I'm going to start with my presentation, Yannick just said something very important. I mean, it's an honor for me to stand here, and it's also a bit of a pressure, but it's always about a team approach. And I'm a big fan and a big believer in collaboration, so I'm happy to have some part of my team here. It's not always easy for them to work with me. I know that, but I'm somehow convinced if you're not always pushing from each side, we cannot make any progress. Number one. So a big thank you to my team. Also a big thank you to some of our implementation partners, Unique, Leo, and Jörg. It's also not always easy for you guys, but it's really, as I said before, it's a collaboration and a team approach. So I'm 45 years old. I'm a wood-based person. I love wood. I did an apprentice as a carpenter, so then I worked at the factory with my dad. We have an own sawmill at home, and everything which I have done in the past, and hopefully I will do in the future, is about passion about wood. So that's the reason why I'm so happy to be in this, as you said, rather conservative industry. But we have a fantastic product for the future. I'm not talking about sustainability and all the other stuff, but wood is the future-proof material for all or for most of the construction in the near future. As I said before, I'm really not always focused, but today our focus is really about mindset, about infrastructure, and about engagement. What does it mean? We have heard a lot during the day about uncertainty. We have also heard about economical outlook. So I may say for us, we come from an all-time Corona high. Really, we were really at the top from a revenue perspective, and now we are on the other side from a revenue perspective. So it's quite hard for us, to be honest. I'm going to show you a bit later about who we are. We are not, as I said before, not a watch manufacturer. We are really we are building everything based on wood. When it comes to infrastructure, I will show you a bit later. That's for us as a company with 56 years old, that's a big topic. We have legacy systems, we have a lot of silos. That's what we heard during the day several times, and especially in a decentralized structure, it is very hard to bring things together, to convince my colleagues to make a step forward, and then at the end of the day, also to push the wagon forward. Engagement, also something very important. As I said before, wood is my passion. I try to inspire, and really engagement is not just staying here and explaining something, it's about talking, convincing, and I call it personally leadership in collaboration, because without my team, it's not going to happen. So what does it mean? What means agile for you, Yannick? So now I'm going to push him, because then it makes it easier. But what means mindset for you, being agile?
Being agile, I mean, on top of walking with Spryker shoes, I mean, I do not have it yet, but being agile for me is about knowing or accepting that change will happen, also being able to react on it, and kind of scenario planning. Not overachieving scenario planning, but also like, yeah, a bit of expecting, because I think there was some numbers that what we think of, like 85% of the scenarios we are planning will not going to happen, right? So, I mean, we tend to do those scenario planning, but acting or feeling confidence in acting and making the right decision for me is agility.
Thank you. I just can add to that, for us, being agile, I mean, it's kind of a buzzword, but since we are exporting goods in over 120 countries worldwide, we have to be agile. Nowadays, we have a lot of initiatives, Southeast Asia, China, also Africa, so there you need to adapt. You need to adapt quickly to marketing demands, market demands, new players arising on the market. So for me, it's really having answers to business, but also to our customers, and make sure with these answers we're going to add benefit for both. It's also something which is not in our DNA, I would say, agile, because we are near to heavy industry, so we are really used to doing things after things, especially being Swiss. It might be a bit slower sometimes, but we do it right. Our train system is fantastic. I can welcome all of you to just check it out. They are punctual, and that's maybe a bit our Swiss way, and also our DNA, really do things right, but not maybe as agile as others. And at the end of the day, you need to convince people to somehow follow you. Infrastructure. As I said before, we are almost 6 years old, and we have a lot of systems. I mean, a lot. And we heard this already. We have like, as of today, 2 PIM systems. We have an old CMS system. We have some other systems, and it's really hard to bring them together. And therefore, we decided to have, or to come up, marketing, IT, and also strategy to come up with a digital landscape. So it means mapping out what we have, and as I said, we have a lot, but also somehow come then up with a to-be scenario. Where would we like to be in 5 years? And we did this together with customers. We did like pre-studies and workshops together with our customers in order to make sure we have the right solution future-proof solution. And therefore, we decided to partner with Spryker 3 years ago. We are using Spryker as an e-commerce software for us, for our so-called customer portal, which we are running or rolling out in 3 countries, Switzerland, Germany, and Poland, and which we are now doing huge steps forward. It was a hard time the last 3 years. It was really tough, but now we can see, or I see, maybe it's a bit positive, but I see a tipping point where things become a bit faster. Last but not least, about engagement. Also something very important, and we believe, or I believe, we need to have specialists from a, let's say, from a technical perspective, but we need also to have people which are understanding our business. I mean, we heard about B2B2C. We are for the time being, a pure B2B player, but we have now some initiatives also reaching out in a bit B2B2C, but therefore you need to have the right people with a good skill set and have the right mindset. Therefore, when it comes to digital marketing initiatives, we have our team based in Poland, in Jari. There we have, like, I call it a kind of a hub where we're running digital marketing specialists in order to streamline and somehow to have a common approach when it comes to digital marketing, performance marketing, and digital campaigns. So far about the mindset, the engagement, and the infrastructure. Maybe a few words about us. As I said before, almost 6 years old, founded in Switzerland. We are exporting goods in about or more than 120 countries. We have 10 plants worldwide. And what we do, we produce 3 segments. We produce products for 3 segments. So it's flooring, interiors, and building materials. So it's like laminate floors, wooden floors, stuff like that. Interiors when it comes to furniture, and boards for the timber frame construction. We have a bit more than 5,000 colleagues all over the world. We are a so-called hidden champion in Switzerland. In regular years, annual revenue 2.3 billion Swiss francs. And yes, that's how we are. You see a bit of what we are producing. We are a mass producer. So in good times, we have sites 1 hour away from Berlin, in Heiligengrabe, Brandenburg, here in Germany. In good days, we have like in- and outbound trucks between 300 and 500 trucks. So bring goods in, wood and glue, and taking goods to the port or to our customers. So far, so good. Then we're going to continue with what is our formula for achieving agility. Good question, tough question. I came up with a product. You see there the name Kiwi Now. Kiwi Now is our latest flooring innovation, which we are currently rolling out in about 40 countries. It took me quite a long time to convince my marketing and sales colleagues to use Kiwi as a brand name for a floor. That was more than a year. I had to convince, argue, and push for this name. And with this new flooring solution, that's a proof for me how we can use. We heard prior in another event or another speech about business case, use case. That's for me a use case on how to develop a new product from the market and customer perspective, tests or make tests with our customers, and then doing a soft rollout with our dedicated launch customers. Again here, it's all about planning when it comes from digital marketing and also from a product perspective. And here, that's for us the first time which we are really doing marketing from a holistic approach. So it's from A to Z with all the KPIs, with all the digital marketing elements, and which is really new for us and for our customers. And as of now, I'm happy to say the response we have on a global scale is rather good. And I invite all of you to check out the website, kiwi-floors.com, and you will see it's not conservative anymore. It's for younger people, for younger generation, and we're gonna constantly add new tools, new functions to this website and to this product. I mean, chatbot for us, it's already like a step forward. We are now adding other AI-based elements to this floor and to this value proposition in order to have something new, something, added value to our customers. Then my second point is about how to deal or how to enable with technology. It's a big topic for us, as I said, with these legacy systems, but also there, coming up with a proper digital landscape and be transparent and fair with each other. I mean, it does not make any sense to, at least from my perspective, to have 5 suppliers pitching for a website or for a system, and at the end of the day, you have like just add work and others, and there's no output. It means we need to be transparent, fair, maybe sometimes we have to invest, especially nowadays in this situation. The CFO and the managing directors of our sites, they are really pushing us, pushing me. Budget gets tighter, and you need to justify, first of all, why you need the money, and moreover, why we're gonna add benefits to our customers. Because for me, customer centricity is key at the end. All what we do is really putting customers in the center of our activities in order to become better and better. And the next point is really about measuring performance. Might also be nothing special for most of you guys, but for us, having a consolidated data dashboard for our websites and for our apps, that was kind of a long way. We are still struggling a bit with our customer portal to have there a proper measurement as a KPIs, how we gonna measure them. But again, here, I believe this is key if you wanna get more budget for other activities. Just based on gut feeling and on expertise, and we are good in this with, I know I did this a long time. Nowadays, it's almost impossible to get additional budget without any proper data. And therefore, I pushed my team to do this data dashboard, which is now rolled out to our local sites, that they can monitor if they run campaigns about the impact, about various KPIs, and then we have 2 times a year, like a review meeting where we're gonna see and check and validate what we have done and what we are currently carrying out.
Thanks for sharing. And I mean, you mentioned that you're coming from a traditional or conservative business, but you also have a partner, a partner who extend your capabilities to your styles. So how does a partner help you along your way to those, being more agile on that point?
First of all, it's important, from my point of view, I'm talking about partnership. It's not about Dienstleister or suppliers, it's about a partnership. So I have strategic partners and we have partners. And I'm convinced without having relation and having a good relationship with partners, we cannot make any progress. Therefore, I'm not a fan of pitching every year my marketing budget, my marketing etat. That's, for me, waste of time. I'm not telling this to my head of procurement, but I'm in a good relation with him, but at the end of the day, we need to fulfill and to achieve things, and therefore I'm gonna push my energy in creating new stuff. When it comes to Unique, it's like, sometimes it's like a couple. We have good times, we have bad times, but at the end of the day, we have to be respectful with each other, and we have to make a progress. And as I said before, with the customer portal, with the Spryker software, we had tough times. Maybe sometimes we miss or underestimated the complexity of our customers, of our own SKG internal universe, and I'm always a bit impatient to get things a bit quicker. And I would say that's, for me, it's really a partnership is based on relation and to get things done, and not to just not being happy with each other. That's how I see it. Good? 5 minutes. Okay, good. What is, for me, like, I'm not saying blueprint, but what is important? As I said before, mostly, or the priority is to have a clear strategy and a roadmap what we would like to achieve. It sounds obvious, but at least for us, it's not all the time. We are, also we are going in different ways, and then at the end of the month or of the quarter, oh, there was something which I somehow forgot, and that's really key to make sure we have a streamlined and a clear roadmap. This roadmap, or this, let's say, this plan, needs to be measured in a proper way. That's the reason why I came up with this data dashboard, to have, for example, a clear outlook or a clear view on our marketing activities. And at the end of the day, we also need to come up with new tools. I'm not going into the topic of AI or other apps, but it's a mix of make things in the right way. What we have done so far is really the toolkit in order to stay agile. You can see here, as I said before, this is our design center in Wittstock. It's about an hour and a half from here. There we have also latest technology with a new floor finder, with interior designers and stuff like that. And therefore, it needs to come together. I'm not a fan of having nice brochures, nice ideas, which are somehow isolated. Everything what we do from a marketing / e-commerce, digital marketing perspective needs to come together at the end and make sure everything goes in one way. And finally, what trends are coming next? For us, it's really, I would say, sustainability, which is on purpose not here, but that's the biggest trend for us. Everybody talks about sustainability, about green marketing and stuff like that, but we, as Swisscorner, take this very serious. Everything what we're going to communicate about sustainability and so on is based on facts and on figures, and therefore I see a huge workload with all these regulations, these new EU regulations, and that's a big thing for us. Then, other than that, we heard about this hyper-personalization, also these new models, subscription models for younger generation. So that's also with Kiwi Now, we learned a lot about new and younger generations, millennials, and with the focus on millennials. And also there you can see that our business is still lacking a bit behind of these latest trends. And what we heard as well, individualization is key for us. It's not that easy because, as I said, we are a mass producer, but we need to come up with new ideas. We need to make sure once you bought a floor from Swisscorner that you're going to get the right proposal for other products, and that's also a big thing for us. And last but not least, my 3 principles to take away with you. Invest in technology, try it or just leave it out. Focus on data, that's key, as I said before, because without any data, proper data, there is no justification to get additional budget. And stay customer-centric, because at the end of the day, that's all, not all, but that's the most important point why I'm, as head of marketing, be there. And now that's everything from my side. Yeah, you can add me through LinkedIn or on, with these QR codes. And if you have any questions or thoughts, just please let me know.
Yeah, thank you so much, Fabian, for this practical insights. Who know me, I'm also passionate about success plays, measurable results. So you also talked about the importance of data. If you want to sum it up, so what would be the top 1 or 2 key metrics you should focus on? Only 1 or 2 key metrics you should focus on to ensure that the effectiveness of the adaptability in your e-commerce strategy really, really pays off.
That's a simple answer. Margin and volume. We are a volume-based producer, so that's everything which we need. And then I can break it down in various actions, but everything which we do, which we execute, need to add and generate more margin and more value. Volume, excuse me.
All right. Thank you so much.